So we're doing newsletters again, and this most recent newsletter is called the Windsor Autopsy Study. And this is one of my favorite studies, and this dates back to 1921. And here's kind of the story. There's a medical doctor who's trying to disprove chiropractic in the way that chiropractors and their patients were talking about how when they would get adjusted, not only were like their neck or their back pain starting to feel better, but they were getting results with things like indigestion or acid reflux, or their stomach issues were better, or they were having better thyroid function, or they were getting better kidney function, or their colon was functioning better. It was like organ function improvements. So not just like simple neck or back, but like their bodies were healing. And so this medical doctor was trying to disprove that the spine nerve system would relate to diseased organs. And so this medical doctor, Dr. Windsor, in Pennsylvania University, he did this study where he took all these cadavers and he dissected the cadavers. And what he was looking for is a relationship between organ disease and how the spine, if there was subluxations or misalignments or damage or arthritis in the area of the spine that controlled the health of that organ. And what he found was astonishing. And it actually ended up proving and verifying the fact that misalignments and subluxation and damage in the spine is going to be leading toward organ dysfunction or disease process. So in all 20 cases of heart disease and pericardial conditions, the upper part of the thoracic spine was found to have subluxations and misalignments. And so you guys have all seen these posters in the office. And basically this just shows you the area of the spine and the nerves that they go to. So every single patient that had died from heart issues had subluxations and misalignments in the upper part of their back. Same thing with all 26 cases of lung disease. Same thing with stomach disease. The area of the spine that controls how the stomach functions had damage, misalignments, and subluxations. And so it was 100% correlation is what he found, the relationship between a subluxation, misalignment, damage in the spine, and organ disease. So what does that mean? Well, it means that if you have damage in your spine, then we've got to make sure that we're getting that adjusted, try to correct that subluxation, maintain healthy motion in those joints so that it's not affecting the nerve system and it's leading to dysfunction or disease processes in an organ issue. It also means that if you know someone who has been suffering from health issues, that they need to probably get their spine checked to find out if there's a subluxation that is leading to, contributing, or causing what other issues they have. And if you look at all the testimonies in the office, you'll be pretty amazed at how many patients might start with say neck or back pain, but once they start getting adjusted and they start to get some correction, what they notice is that they have all these other symptoms improve. Kids with asthma, kids with ear infections, allergy issues. So many people come in with like indigestion, acid reflux. We have people that have come off thyroid medication. We have people that have been able to reverse diagnoses of ulcerative colitis. I mean, if you think of some sort of issue, we've probably seen it improve in the office. Fibromyalgia improvements, rheumatoid arthritis improvements, autoimmune diseases. I mean, again, the idea is this: your body is designed to heal. God put the most amazing healing power inside of your brain, and that power is what controls us. It's the same power that created you in your mother's womb when two cells came together, and then 9 months later there's this beautiful little baby. That power that would heal a cut on your arm is the same power that runs your heart, runs your stomach, runs your lung function, your kidney function. But it's the nerve system that communicates where that power is at in the body to the organs. And if there's an interference in that pathway, that it's going to lead to dysfunction and disease. I mean, imagine if I cut all the nerves into my arm, what happens to my arm? Well, it doesn't work. It's paralyzed because there's no more life energy that gets to my arm. It's instantly paralyzed. Now, instead of a cut nerve, if there was a bunch of damage in there in the nerve system, my arm's not going to work very good. If you've ever seen someone who was like maybe in like a really bad like motorcycle accident and they damaged their shoulder or their arm, all of a sudden like all the muscles in their wrist or their arm like get super flaccid or weak because the nerve system was damaged. So we understand, even the medical world, they understand that the nerve system, if it's damaged, it's going to affect organ function. Here's the takeaway, or here's the divide though, is in the medical world, they don't focus on the spine and correcting the misalignment to allow that communication back to the body. They focus on things like drugs and surgery. So if we can find that damage and unpinch that nerve system going into the arm, my arm's going to start to function better. Same thing goes with your heart. Same thing goes with your lungs. If there's pressure on the nerve that's going to your colon, the colon isn't going to function properly. It's going to get weak or spasmodic, which means that you either could get constipation or IBS. Now, again, you could go to the medical doctor and get a bunch of drugs to hopefully treat your symptom, but you're still sick. You still have the problem. What if we could find the areas of damage and misalignment, correct that subluxation to allow that life energy to communicate better to the organ, and the organ can start to heal? That's what we want to do, especially with our Friends and Family Week. So we have a special event over these next 2 weeks. It's our Friends and Family event. We do these every so often. This is kind of the back to school theme where we're trying to look for any of your friends and family that haven't had their spinal nerve system checked, whether they have a symptom and they want to get healthy and maybe avoid some drugs or surgery, or if it's just maybe a kiddo that carries heavy backpacks, or they sit in class all day, or they spend a lot of time on tablets or whatever, and they're getting this text neck issue. Like, though, this is the opportunity to get them in, to get an evaluation, to get some scans, get x-rays if necessary, to find out if there's any subluxations or misalignments in their spine that are either creating their symptom or potentially leading to disease down the road. So if you haven't got your friends or family scheduled, go ahead, take advantage over these next 2 weeks. We have that special discount. So $37, scans, x-rays, you name it, it's all covered. So get them in. Let's help people get healthy, stay healthy, avoid drugs and surgery.